If you want to buy a new gaming PC that's going to be amazing in terms of gaming performance, achieves high FPS in your favorite games, and most importantly, it's on Amazon, this video is going to be the perfect one for you. It makes sense that you want to buy a gaming PC from Amazon, considering that it's the biggest retailer in the entire world. But you have to be careful when getting the right PC, because if you buy the wrong one, you can be hurting your gaming performance, or even worse, your PC doesn't even turn on. But don't worry, that's why I made this video. I will show you the best pre-built gaming PCs from Amazon for every budget, from $800 all the way up to $3,000 and more, and for every resolution, 1080p, 1440p and 4K. I will also show you the level of performance that you can get with each system at different resolutions. That way, if you end up buying one of these systems, you know what to expect. And by the way, the link to all of these gaming PCs from Amazon will be down below in the video description. My name is Valentino, and with that being said, let's start. So with the first one, we have the 1080p Ultra gaming PC under $1,000. This one is the Skytech Nebula. It has the i5-13400F, which is one of the best mid-range CPUs in the entire market in terms of price to performance, which, by the way, this CPU will allow you to play games like Fortnite or Valorant at 240 plus FPS on average, 1080p competitive settings. Then we have the RTX 4060 for the graphics card, which means that you are going to be getting a 1080p ultra gaming experience when it comes to high demanding titles. You can expect around 90 plus FPS in a test from TechSpot, which, by the way, these are very high demanding games. The RTX 4060 was able to average 90 FPS, so you can expect around that number when it comes to these type of games. And then if you jump up to 1440p resolution, you can expect around 60 plus FPS in high demanding titles, or even more if you turn on DLSS, which is the upscaler from Nvidia. And if you're a beginner, this is an in-game setting which is very easy to turn on for you to achieve higher FPS at 1440p. So overall, amazing system for under $1,000. I do believe that is the best one in terms of price to performance for under $1,000, and then you get a 1TB SSD, 16 gigs of RAM, great system for the price. However, as you know, it is not the best one in the entire market, of course. So if you want faster performance for both 1440p and 1080p, and you want to be able to play at 4K as well, then this Blaze 4 Mini is going to be the best option for you. Here you get the RTX 4070 Super, which is a graphics card that's basically amazing for any resolution. And in my opinion, it is the best price to performance system when it comes to all resolutions at the same time. The reason why I am saying this, well, on the same test I've mentioned before, in high demanding titles on high to ultra settings, if you want to play, let's say at 1080p, you will be able to reach 140 plus FPS on average, which is an insane number considering the type of games that we are talking about here. In esports shooters, once again, such as Fortnite, Valorant and those games, you can expect well over 300 plus FPS on average in competitive settings. And then if you want to play at 1440p, which is what I recommend you for this specific system, because I do believe that the 4070 Super is 1440p designed, well, you will be able to play at 100 plus FPS on average in this type of high demanding titles. And then if you want to play at 4K, you can expect 60 plus FPS, native resolution, ultra settings. Overall, great system for under $1,500, $1,400 to be exact by the time that I'm recording this video. Maybe when you're watching this, the prices are different. If you want to check the latest pricing and availability, remember that the links to these systems will be down in the video description. Overall, great system. For the CPU, you get a Ryzen 7 processor in the Ryzen 7 5700, then you get a 1TB SSD and 16 gigs of RAM. And also the airflow here is amazing. As you can see, it has a beautiful front mesh panel, looks great, but most importantly, the airflow is great, which is great. Now, if you want a higher end gaming computer that's going to allow you to play at 1440p and have a maxed out experience, but also if you want to play at 4K, you want to achieve higher FPS, then we have the CyberPower PC Gamer Supreme Liquid Cooled Gaming PC. It is a very long name, but basically this one, in my opinion, is the best one when it comes to 1440p resolution, or if you want to play at 4K down the line, or maybe you have a 4K monitor and you want the cheapest PC with the best price to performance for 4K, well, this one is going to be the right one for you. For the CPU, you get the fastest CPU in the entire market in the Ryzen 7 7800X3D. So when it comes to high CPU demanding titles, this is going to be a huge upgrade because you get the fastest CPU. And if you want to play esports shooters, let's say you want to play at 1440p or 1080p, you can expect well over 360 plus FPS in competitive settings, and at 4K you may expect the same numbers depending on the game, but in general at 4K you can expect 240 plus FPS in these esports shooters. Then when it comes to high demanding AAA titles on high to ultra settings, at 1440p you can expect over 120 FPS, which is an insane number. And then if you upgrade to 4K you can expect 70 plus FPS native resolution in high demanding titles on high to ultra settings. And I forgot to say during this video, but if you want to play easier to run games, then you can expect way higher frame rates in native resolution without DLSS on. Then you get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory in this system, which means that it's going to be great not only for gaming but also for content creation, productivity work and streaming. So if you want to be a streamer, this system is going to be ideal for you as well. This PC right now is going for $2,000, which is quite expensive, but in my opinion it is worth it in terms of price to performance, because yeah, it is not as cheap as the other ones, but it is also not as expensive as the ones that I'm going to mention right now. So if you want to play at 4K ultra settings, or maybe you want to play at 1440p very high FPS, the next one is going to be ideal. But before going there, I want to say that if you are enjoying the video so far and finding valuable information, leave a like and subscribe is going to help the channel grow a lot. Thank you for the support, and now let's continue. The next one is the AVS Case Aqua. Now, before I said that these are going to be way more expensive, but this one in particular is not that much more expensive than the last one. You only spend $100 extra and you get a huge graphics card upgrade in the RTX 4080 Super. The 4080 Super is a 4K graphics card. Now, the 4080 Super, when it comes to 4K resolution on high to ultra settings in very high demanding titles, you can expect 85 plus FPS on average, and this is a very strong GPU when it comes to ray tracing performance. So if that's something that you like and want to turn ray tracing on, you can expect decent frame rates at 4K ultra with ray tracing on. This PC is better than the last one when it comes to performance. As you can see, you can expect well over 140 FPS at 1440p high to ultra settings, 300 plus FPS on average in esports shooters. However, I want to say that if your main focus are esports shooters, I recommend you going with the last one because you get a better CPU in the Ryzen 7 7800X3D. Anyway, if you go with this AVS system, you can expect higher FPS in most games. Then you get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory again and a 1TB SSD. This system is going for $2,100, and it is a very nice high-end PC for those who want to play at 4K resolution, or again 1440p very high FPS and eventually upgrade to 4K. Now, for around $700 more, you can get a system that's similar in terms of performance because you get the RTX 4080 Super, but here you get the fastest CPU in the market in the 7800X3D, so you get a faster performance there, and you get 2TB of Gen 4 SSD, so you get more storage and a faster CPU. The price difference is quite big actually for $700, but for some people this might be a nice upgrade, especially considering that the brand here, Skytech, is more reliable than AVS in my opinion. So you get three things: one, a more reliable company; two, you get faster gaming performance; and three, you get more storage. For some people this doesn't make sense because it's a lot of money, and it is a lot of money, but if it makes sense for you, especially if you play high CPU demanding games, this system is going to be better than the last one. If you want the best of the best, because some people do have to have the best of the best, then you can get this Skytech Prism. This one has the fastest CPU, of course, the 7800X3D, because if you are spending this amount of money, you want the fastest CPU for gaming anyway, and then you get the fastest graphics card in the entire market in the RTX 4090. With this one, you can expect 110 plus FPS on average, high to ultra settings, high demanding titles at 4K, which is the highest number among every graphics card tested, way better than the 4080 Super, way better than the RX 7900 XTX from AMD, and remember, this is native resolution. I believe with the 4090 you want to play with native resolution because you can get high FPS anyway, but if you turn on DLSS in a very high demanding title, then you can expect an even smoother performance. And here, of course, you get 32 gigs of RAM for you to do streaming or content creation on the side, and you get 2TB of Gen 4 SSD. This is the most expensive system in this entire video at $3,650. And if you have more money to spend, it is not going to make a difference when it comes to gaming. This is the best gaming PC out there, in my opinion, for a high-end computer, and you have to keep in mind that most people do not even need this amount of power. So if you care about money, just go with the other ones, you are going to be completely fine. But if you just want the best of the best and you have a lot of money to spend, then why not buy this one, right? Thank you guys for watching. If you want personal PC help, you can join my PC community. That's the top link in the description. Thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.